Welcome back, everybody, to Making Money with AI. And today, James and I are looking at an interesting article in CNBC. Let me share that. I usually cut that part out. It says AI is making some common side hustles more lucrative. These can pay up to $100 per hour. So it's highlighting this young lady named Nicole Cueto. She uses Chachi BT in her travel advising side hustle. The AI cuts her research time in half, she says. So it says time is particularly valuable for side hustles where your bandwidth is limited by definition. Some gigs that can benefit from current AI platforms are highly lucrative too, paying up to $100 an hour. Here are 3 common side hustles where you can already save time and make money by using AI. Number 1, travel agents. Nicole Cueto, a New York-based public relations consultant, makes money on the side by helping people plan their vacations, booking flights, making reservations, and planning excursions. She also has a profile on travel agent platform Fora, where she earns commissions when clients book hotels and experiences through her recommendations. In January, when Cueto started her side hustle, she spent 5 to 7 hours planning one day of vacation. Using ChatGPT as a refined, filtered version of Google cuts her research time in half, she says. So that's one way. The second way, let me continue this. I've been to Paris 1,000 times, but if I have a client that wants to discover the depths of the city from an old school perspective, I don't really know how to do that from personal experience, she says. So I'll type in, give me a budget-conscious guide to Paris that incorporates historical neighborhoods where politicians lived in the 1880s. So you can ask it details like that, and it can give you that guidance. The second one is content assistance. Even as AI may replace human jobs, it can create new ones. Some companies have started hiring part-time content assistants whose job is to generate blog, newsletter, and social media posts using chatbots, and then fact-check the results. These jobs, which are also referred to as AI content editing, can pay anywhere from $20 to $100 an hour, experts say. You can literally copy and paste in a transcription and say, turn this speech into a 700-word blog article that has 5 tips. And that's the idea with content assistance, is basically re-editing existing content. The third one is artists. In some cases, when AI saves you time, it's more useful to reinvest it in your future profits. Audette, a trained fine dining chef, realized he had a knack for photography while substitute teaching a pastry arts class at Red River College in Winnipeg, Canada. He turned his side hustle into a full-time gig in 2020 and says he now regularly uses AI to craft emails and build business templates. So those are a few examples of how you can make anywhere from $20 to $100 an hour using AI.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different things to this that's super cool. Number one, a lot of times people are like, I want to make $1 million overnight, and that's great, and we all want to do that. But sometimes, like, okay, what are you making with your job right now? Maybe you're making $20 an hour. Well, you could literally make $100 an hour. So if someone told you you could 4x your income, is that impressive to you? 5x your income. If you're trying to go to your job and say, hey, can I get a raise? And they say, well, we'll give you a raise of 3%. And you're like begging for that 3% raise. Well, there's this whole notion of a side economy, gig economy, which is what this is about. I thought it was really cool in this article how she mentioned that different source. I wasn't aware of this. Like, what is that? Like a Fiverr for travel agents or something, or you can put yourself on these different sites and say, hey, I can work with you. So we've talked about this before, Dave. We broke this down in one of our courses where you can provide services, you can provide things for people, and they don't need to know or care that it only took you an hour or 2 hours compared to what their expectation was of 6 or 8 hours or whatever it is in this particular case.
Exactly.
You can use the power of AI to do this. And a lot of times now, these people that are making hundreds of dollars an hour when they're doing these side hustle gigs, they're not doing anything crazy. When you see these kind of articles, it's what are they doing? Oh, well, it's helping me write my emails. It's helping me do my research better, which is awesome. But it's like, it's not like this kind of next level stuff that we've been focusing on. It's like really basic stuff. But hey, if it makes you 4x your income, to me, that's super exciting. So I was really just excited to see more and more examples of this where, hey, maybe you it's like every second person is a real estate agent, and that's great and takes time to be a real estate agent. Well, a lot of people are travel agents, but they don't have time to be travel agents. Maybe now you do. Maybe it's an opportunity sometimes for people to find their passion, make money, but it's like, oh, I can't take on another 40 hours a week. Well, maybe if you look at your time that you're spending watching Netflix, maybe you have an extra 10 hours a week. And now that 10 hours a week could be worth $4,000 or $5,000 a month. And that's what's exciting to me about this article.
Yeah, it's really using AI to leverage and whittle down how much time it takes for you to do your work, whether it's your real job or your side hustle job or even a business. And that's the power of AI. And that's why we love talking about AI on this channel, is it gives you massive leverage. And then you could actually stack leverage on top of leverage when you use several AI tools together. So you could do something in minutes that might have taken you hours, like you said, James. And when you're getting paid by the hour, or when you're getting paid by the gig, you know, every minute counts. So if you can squeeze it down to a few minutes, you're making a lot more money per hour.
Absolutely. So think about those terms. Sometimes if you're not making a bunch of money online, well, how can you Forex your income? When you think about those terms, if you're making 20 bucks an hour, how could you make 100 bucks an hour? We'll start looking at what's going on in our channel when we start talking about these things, where you can go after services, provide those services, not because you necessarily need to have any training, but because you're using the power of a tool, specifically Chachi BT, in this case, to research someone, to give people the knowledge that they need or what they want. For example, in this case, how to get a certain kind of experience in Paris. Well, now you can be confident that yes, Chachi BT is giving me that information. They're happy. Took you minutes, comparatively speaking, to get it done. And now you're getting paid $100 an hour. Look into that.
Right. Yeah. And, you know, ChatGPT is just one tool. On this channel, we cover all kinds of AI tools. So you can actually do that stacking. You can do ChatGPT on top of another tool, on top of another tool, and just dramatically reduce the time it takes to deliver goods, services, products, all that kind of thing. So that's a good reason to subscribe to this channel. But what you really want to do is subscribe to our AI newsletter, because on our AI newsletter, not only do we send you all our latest videos and other awesome content, but everybody who subscribes to our AI newsletter gets automatically entered to win a $200 hotel stay certificate. So that's our little pitch for you joining our free AI newsletter. The link will be in the description below. And we'll see you next time on Making Money with AI.